Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Kisiangani podcast. Leo tuko na Sonic introduce aje bana. Mzito fulani.
Intro zangu ungetaka kuzifanya ungeniita. I think I would have appeared here I think 2 hours earlier. So that I get enough time to give people proper introduction.
No, this is what guys normally say. This guy needs no introduction.
Yeah, that in other words it means the guest that is here, I've not researched anything about this guest. I don't know anything. He needs no introduction.
This guy has no introduction. I was watching nilikuwa watch show fulani juzi Another buddy of mine ameanzisha podcast. So alikuwa na guest wake hapo. So akamuuliza ile swali ile who are you? Who is Butita? Who is? Tell us. Who is?
I'm here. It is me. But we should get rid of hizo swali za kawaida.
Yeah.
I think the government should come with a list and ban it. Let it be legal.
But do you think Kenyan interviewers are a bit lazy? They don't research.
Yeah, like there's this guy who is pretending to be Jesus. You know ule Yesu wa Bungoma.
Yeah.
Nasikia journalist amuuliza ati ulijua lini wewe ni Yesu?
Seriously. That is sad guy. Na alijibu by the way.
Alijua nikiwa na miaka 12.
You guys kuna siku nili-invite to a show fulani na best yetu fulani but there I figured there you guys this guy first of all alikuwa na laptop fulani, it was off.
Ame research.
Ilikuwa off your laptop.
Off lakini kipindi. So tell us where, because there is a question I hate. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah. That guy was asking that question. Doesn't know where he'll see himself.
But do you think it's only interviews or it's our nature as Africans to ask questions that are same obvious questions depending on occasion? Like why is it that in every wedding we keep on asking nani anapinga hii harusi? Who has a problem or forever remain?
No, but you're illegal. Lazima ulize you guys.
No, my friend.
Inakuanga legal your story with it. I'm not sure. I think it's a requirement.
No, it's not a requirement.
You guys ungeambia Uhuru mazee unafanya ama ni Ruto?
Nitampigia mazee ni Ruto. Ni Ruto kuna vitu 2-3 na kumpanga.
I think because I'm not sure kama hiyo swali ni
because even interviews tell us what you're going to bring to this company. So now that you're employing you, what do you think you'll add to this company? What are you bringing? Like wewe nikuulize Manu, mimi uko na kampuni kubwa, a corporate company that is listed in stock exchange.
Yes.
You're asking me what I'll bring to this company.
Like how?
Like this company is what it's bringing a lot in my life.
You're the ones who are bringing something to me.
What are you bringing to this company? Actually, I'm coming to take.
But interviews are just normally fake, like ni uongo.
The whole system of questions and answers is rigged.
Yeah, because you see, when you go for an interview, your job, like it's just holding your nerves ukidanganya.
Yeah, it's
like confidently lying.
It's a performance.
Yes, exactly.
You are on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
All of a sudden, you want to pretend that your interest is like nowadays people are watching documentaries so that the employer can feel like anaemploy mtu anajua ku research.
Nowadays also wananikanga watching documentaries.
At watching documentaries and researching. Actually, unaangalia hiyo company. If it is a finance company, unaandika hobbies that are related to
Ka finances kuna msanii anaitwa Kramer,
virtues, honesty. You know, honesty and money.
Na pia watu wanaandikanga listening to podcasts.
Listening to podcasts. So
I guess so here the same vein.
You want to be employed as a doctor. Then unatuandikia traveling, what, because umeona tuko na ambulance. Like you feel like there's a way you blend in with our man. We should change the entire question and answer system.
Uliona huyo MP mwenye alitweet ati can you imagine being treated by someone who has dreads? Uliona hiyo tweet?
Someone was?
Kulikuwa na mse fulani alikuwa na Madrid. Uliona hiyo tweet Steve? But Steve is over there on the other end, Mr. Producer.
Yes, so no, it's not that we're ignoring you. So, we're waiting for the perfect moment to bring you in.
Nyuma Evo
producer.
This guy is tall, man.
Hapo taka kuwe sawa.
So you guy so jamaa is an MP ali tweets ilikuwa hiyo unakumbuka hiyo church yenye I think I don't know if it was SDA church. There's a church which wrote a list. Ama KAG. No, ilikuwa KCA University.
No, SDA.
Ilikuwa KCA University. They gave out rules of students.
SDA kuna watu walikatazwa kuingia. Time ya harusi walikuwa wameva vibaya. Then Kenya Methodist.
Yes.
University.
Yes.
Brought a list of how you should go to the school, like how you should dress, your hairstyle. Yeah, like where's toboa maskio. Yeah.
What did you think of that stuff, Ida? Was it in the same? Mbona zilitokea at the same time?
But siniju hiyo story ya SDA, but kuna campuses mingi sana wanafanya
nowadays.
Yeah, even a Strath you have to.
Yeah, me was in Strath. Strath used to wear regular kitambo in the 60s.
You were in Strath.
Nilikuwa Strath by the way.
Then hey manze basi kupata change ni gumu. You had to get into Strath for you to get a change for 1,000 shillings.
You guy who's in machine. Man. You guy was studying in Strath, manze.
What are you studying in Strath?
Accounts, you guys, CPA, man. Huh? Lakini ilikuwa inanikanga nyanga, you guys.
So as we speak, you are a certified accountant.
No, I didn't finish.
CPA?
I didn't finish. Nilifanya ka 3 hivi nikatoka.
Oh, so you're the people that Strath didn't need.
Yeah, the lecturers who they were not very proud of you.
So Strath has that love.
Yes, we used to wear formal shirt. Formal trowel, unaingia hivyo. So there's a guy who posted hiyo kitu ya Methodist akasema, I think he's an MP or a pandit. So akasema, can you imagine being treated by a doctor who has dreads? So there was a whole conversation under it. Madaktari wana post, wanajieka hapo. I'm like, I'm a doctor but I have dreads and stuff like that. It's funny that you can have such a conversation right now, 2023. Yes.
Yeah, okay, this is what I think. It's good for you to have dreads, sawa. But even doctors when they go for surgeries wanafunika hizo vitu. So as long as you know how to, hata nywele ya kawaida ufunikwa. Ukiatenda to same as chef.
Kuna kitu anavanga ile.
Ni kama chef bila kipara kuna chakula hapo. Like anytime you see a chef with hair, there is no good food. Kipara ile unaona? Jamani amezoea kuangalia vipano mpaka. So you see, so now as long as it's not interfering with your duty, ni sawa.
But do people judge?
Si ati kuna dread na iko inaanguka kwa unaona?
But is it a natural thing to judge someone from how they look?
It is, because somehow we've okay, this is a model that went wrong when we were young. Because you see sisi wa Afrika tumereiziwa tukiambiwa tusi question. Tumereiziwa kuambiwa kitu fulani ni mbaya, don't question it. Like you are raised knowing mtu wako na rasta ni mbaya.
In fact also wako na rasta ukikutana makarao they smell your hands.
Yeah, they smell your hands.
They smell your fingers to check if
you're kuna weed. Till now.
So na wakipata kama umetoka kwa strip club you guys.
That's why hata ukienda kwa area zingine, yani rasta, like in the Luya nation, rasta is associated with mukora designer. You can count Luyas with rasta. Like wewe unajua ndio kuna rasta.
Really kweli.
So easy vitu we grew up having that perception. Then later you realize, okay, rasta tu ni nywele. Ni style tu ya nywele. Because the same university that's saying don't go to school with dreads, they're accepting locks zile za madem. Unaona? So maybe the line between indiscipline and dreads haijakuwa explained vizuri. Maybe hata msema issue rule. Aligrow tu akijua rasta ni mbaya.
Ni mluya fulani.
Rasta ni mbaya. Like kama kutoboa masikio, okay, that one me specifically I have a problem. If you are a man and mtoboa masikio moja, that's fashion. If you add another one,
you are gay.
That's pettiness. We are coming to it.
Kitambo when I was growing up,
if you add here, now you know what you know.
If you had a nose ring.
Yeah, nose. If you put this one,
you're a goth. When I was growing up, if your guys who used to think are gay, we used to say if you have one earring, you're gay.
Yeah. Or if you wear a slim trouser, slim fit, you know.
Yeah. There are guys who still believe that till today.
There are a lot of guys. A lot of guys actually, as generations keep on changing, is when we start accepting these things. Like this is fashion, because you see that time the family or the parents who are telling you usivae skinny jeans, hata utawajaona TV wajui fashion iko aje, unacheki. Sasa wamekuja tu na sheria juu wanajua kitu ni mbaya. Ni mbaya. But now you as a parent, you are exposed. You as Emmanuel Kisiangani, you watch TV, you watch music videos, you travel, and you're like, okay, if your daughter comes home with a certain fashion style, you're like, okay, yeah, mtoi wangu wako tu exposed manzi, anadunga kama ana adapt ma culture different, unaona. Unacheki ni kama kusema tusivae miniskirt na samburu, kuna wase wamedunga ma fashion zao. So
my jig is going,
as long as it's not a bother to people, because there is a place where a lady can't go with a very ni fashion, yes, my dress my choice, but kuna place pia hizi anajua occasion, unaona. Najua kama budake ameleta wazee fulani watembe kwa keja, tena kuna vile tena
kuna time my small bro my small bro alikuwa ametoboa masikio, but now he used to wear them akitoka kwa keja.
Hiyo nimeona
so kwa keja alikuwa anavaa kimavin. So now there's a day he was in town hapo City Council, wazee amekutana na budango hapo na amevaa hizo earring. You guy budango alianza kumvunja hapo tao you guy.
Sasa hata mimi kuna kazi yangu fulani anaitwa Deno, alikuwa ameshuka after form 4. Ameshuka, alikuwa na passion hizi ma braids, hata sasa ana run salon big sana. So alikuwa ameshuka, alafu anavaa kofia akiwa kwa keja kama hivi akitoka
anatoa.
So hiyo siku coincidentally akitoa ngepa hivi akipanda flyover ya Jogoo Road, budaki alikuwa ametoka Katho Church.
What? Kwa flyover. So there's no escape.
So the guy saw his dad and decided to make a sudden U-turn pa. Kashuka hivi. Mzaya nikawa msoma. So mzaya akaleta vurugu za keja hadi mbona mku niambia huyu jamaa ameshuka nywele. The guy comes back home amebomoa nywele. Same day.
Alienda kabomoa. So alikuwa na afro.
So the task here is the dad should convince him, yes, it is him who had the cornrows ama lines.
He deny.
So hiyo kitu ya packaged fashion ya unaenda unaifungulia nje. It's not new. Hata kuna watu wana tattoo but anavaa nguo refu.
When I first started my tattoo,
where?
My mom is
you have a tattoo?
Maybe ni musi.
Nowadays these young guys
so my mom
tattoo is portable.
This guy we can't see his tattoo, you guys.
Unayachaka kwa keja.
But they say I met this guy na nimemjua 6 months. Sijaiona tattoo, you guys. Ama iko wapi? Maybe the question is where is this guy tattoo? Maybe it's on top of his iko hapa juu, you guys.
Where's your tattoo hapa na yeye mwanaume? What are you doing, bro? There's some places men should put tattoo. Like you see, men tattoos should start from here.
There's a man code for tattoos.
Yeah, even if it's here, it's a bit higher. Not closer to the nipples. You are a man, don't do that.
You can't draw one just above your butt.
Or on your thighs. How do you do that? No, man. No. And you draw masculine things.
So,
like a lion,
dragon,
a shark.
Not feminine. You can't put a rose flower tattoo and you're a man. What's wrong with
these guys? These young people need to change, you guys.
So my mom, namdanganya ni temporary. But ni permanent. Do you know ilibidi nikae niongezea jina yake juu hiyo tattoo? Na kiniuliza na mwambie sio na hata.
So why did you get a tattoo? What was the motivation?
Peer pressure, obviously. And after form 4,
so you go right here. Nigga without attitude. Then you come and add up a Jew. I love you, mom. Nigga without
at your man should not have a tattoo above his back.
I had a story about Prezo, the Kenyan superstar, CMB.
CMBP.
CMB was very famous before you were born. You know the days like when we were young, when your parents were still in high school. So
I mean, just for your nini as you talk.
He's a Generation Z.
Yeah, this guy is a Generation Z.
He's a Generation Z.
Yeah.
So when your parents were in high school, we used to have a famous artist called CMB, still famous up to now, Prezo. Like that guy was a baller, man. The first artist to appear for
and a short call
Chaguo Latiniza Awards with that chopper.
Yeah.
helicopter, swag. It was like one of the richest musicians in Kenya.
Odongo swag.
Yeah. If you want to know an artist is rich, even without having many songs, he collabs with the big artists.
Oh, yeah.
Association.
He doesn't even need a good song.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't need a good song. Yeah, so CMB, but it was good in music though. Damn, you know, Laleta Action. You know CMB, Sindio?
Yeah, this guy knows Prezo.
We have to school him for the sake of other
For the sake of
like him who are watching the show.
Yeah.
So Prezo's mom had a problem with tattoos. Totally. Like at least every week you'll mention something bad about tattoo just to keep Prezo in check. That if you're planning anything to do with tattoo,
she was sensing this guy as a plan.
Yeah, don't do it if you're planning. Like after 1 week, there's that random check of tattoo is our wakora, so that to keep him on track. And Prezo loved tattoos. Like this is a guy who would admire those.
Man, he likes
He used to admire. There's a guy called Badman. You know
Badman.
This guy looks exactly like Badman.
Like Badman. So you know what Prezo does? That time, I think it was some years after Budaki alikuwa amepass. So he decided to put the image of the late dad as a tattoo. You see, the tattoo was there, the image of the dad, and a smart image and other things. Then he came home and the mom saw the tattoo, and the other mom shed tears. It was like, man,
I can't beat this guy up for this, right?
Yeah, like this guy really loved that. That's how he started adding more another Scorpio. What really? So I tend to ask myself how he used to convince the mom, like Scorpio ni nini? Unajua daddy alikuwa anapenda Scorpio ama alikuwa Simba ni nini? Daddy alikuwa ameniambia juu ya Simba. Yeah. So that's how the mom accepted that. So it's something that, see what you did. I love you, mom. It's a bribe.
Yeah.
Actually, even Prezo's mom didn't want Prezo to do music first.
Oh, right.
Do you know what Prezo did when he did the first song? He sang Malaika Mama.
Very smart, eh?
So it's okay, like mom, I've joined the music, but why are you joining music? Just listen to the song. Wangu Malaika Mama. So that guy bribed himself up.
What if you want to get a second chick, you guys? Unaweza tumia your strategy.
Yes, in the older generation. Do you feel like
we are very young. Don't call us old.
Just say that again. Say that again.
Do you feel like like our older generation in your tattoo ni mbaya, dreads ni mbaya? What I like part education ama tu ni mpaka wase waishie? Like
now the ecosystem is cleaning itself as
I think now there are new bad things.
Yeah. Okay,
which our generation
we've reached at a point where ule mzee ataki tattoo. Budaki kijanaki anachora tattoo, akona shop ya tattoo tao. Yeah. Na amemjengea mpaka keja. So ako like okay, sawa. Tattoo ni mbaya lakini so you see these things according to me they're only wrong if you are not providing something.
Sinika nani DJ John Farmer. So I think his parents didn't want him to become a DJ until they saw this guy is actually making money.
Yeah. So most of the time I think this is what our African parents should have made clear. Having dreads and your idol is wrong. Having a tattoo and your idol is wrong. Because I tend to see like if you're working, if your life is moving on well, they tend to loosen up a bit and let you have your own sense of fashion, nini. Utiaji nashuka kidogo. Lakini wewe kosa msimamo.
Like right now I think each generation has its own bad things. So with the time
so
zinaisha tu one by one.
So fama wanazeeka wanaacha maneno mingi wanasema kwendeni uko na hizo tatu zenu.
So you guys SPM Buzz, you guys.
Yeah man.
You guys, this guy is the CEO of this guy, yeah, the last, you know, I was with you ukiniambia that you want to start a company called Stage Presence Media. Unajua hivyo?
Yeah man.
Do you remember those days?
Those days man. You've known me for so long.
Okay, mimi nataka kuanza Stage Presence Media. Then he went and created a logo, you guys.
All companies start from logos.
Yeah?
Logo moja ama kadhaa?
No, hiyo logo yenye iko nayo sasa. But they maintain hiyo logo.
Mob, bro.
But it was the same design. So
hiyo only on a final version.
Oh, kulikuwa na zingine
before that. We have over 10 logos.
So
for Stage Presence Media, we have a lot of logos. SPM bus, that was the first one. Actually, that was the second one that was chosen. Yeah.
So what made you dive into the gossip business? Did when you started off? Did you start it? Because I remember you did like some sort of, from the things that you told me, some sort of event, sort of thing, you know. Okay, I don't remember, but I'm just trying to gather my thoughts from far. But how did it evolve from that into...
It did evolve. It gave birth to, because initially, up to now, it's still a marketing, events and entertainment company. SPM, we do events, we do marketing, experiential marketing activities. Like, we keep on working, but that's not something that's in the mainstream. So now SPM gives birth to a baby called SPM Buzz, which is solely a media for this generation, and now media.
It's a modern
so
media.
The company didn't evolve to this. It is a subsidiary, or let's say a baby for SPM. No, that's why it's called SPM Buzz. The SPM, the Buzz now, you see. So there is SPM Buzz, there is SPM Africa Studios, and there is that SPM that you know.
So did you envision it to be doing whatever it is now, might just evolved to be doing those things? The channel itself.
No, the channel.
Yeah,
the channel was supposed to be news and conversations, and that's what it's doing. But we are yet to bring the entire format.
It's still growing.
So it was supposed to give you that news, pop culture, events, with the focus on events and activities. Then it will have a panel that has conversations about what's happening around in the entertainment or in the social, just the social community, nini inafanyika, things like that. So news, events, entertainment, and conversations where all feelings are represented. That was the idea.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because you see, media, when you watch news, you can't comment, and that's one person saying what has happened. So there is no other person who is representing your opinion. So you also want to go to a level whereby something happens and you have like 5 people, 4 people with different opinions representing different audiences
on screen.
Yeah, that's the future, man. So far so good. There are things that are coming in that we didn't plan on them, but well and good, man. We didn't see it becoming a full operational media within 2 years.
Do you feel like these traditional media houses, and I think we've had this convo before, do you feel like they're taking too long to adapt?
Yes, they are taking too long to adapt, because the prime reason of why we watch TV or consume content somewhere else is the quality of the content. You can't tell me digital is competing with you. Yes, digital is competing with you because it has content that we want, and it's so unpredictable. So you as a TV station, is up to you to give us unpredictable and quality content so that you can still match up to the standards. Because what do we do when you're not watching TV? You give me an example. What is competing against TV?
Mobile phone. I'm on my phone.
Just tell me what you're watching. Like
what I'm watching.
Is either you're watching movies,
yes,
or you're watching content online.
Yes.
Most of these movies are TV shows from other TVs. So meaning it's a content that aired on TV. So if a TV invested that much to air Blacklist, a TV invested that much to air Prison Break, do you see the war has always been about content. The war has never been against the consumption habits. Content. Because if my TV has good content,
you'll watch it, right?
And I have a digital option, I still remain great, because adapting does not mean going digital. Going digital is something meaningful that can compete to against the rest. So now you as a TV station, can you run the programs there online that are very top notch? Then let us have that conversation if people are not watching. We saw during inauguration and these things that people used to watch the live streams online. Like I say, wako tu kwa hiyo TV yako. Yeah. So me first of all, me watetea. I don't, when someone say TV is dying, I'm like, TV cannot die. TV cannot die, because unless you're telling me the TV set is dying, the set.
Oh, not the format.
Not the traditional media like what the set, traditional, because a TV station might decide whatever is being streamed here is still available online, and it's of top quality that I still maintain being number one in the game.
But I tell you what I think. I think what the problem they have is, for example, there's a story in Bomas, story fulani ya election.
Yeah.
So the TV guy, the producer will send cameraman. I love cameraman atabebo na van fulani. And then there'll be now the driver who's driving the van, then the
reporter,
then the guy holding the camera.
That's 3 people.
And then I don't know if the security
back,
or something.
Then it will be edited.
Yes.
Then it goes to approvals.
Yes.
Then it goes on TV 10 hours later.
Yes. And then there's another guy with a phone there.
Now SPM bars will go there with a camera but with a phone in the pocket. So the phone shoots and the camera shoots. Regardless of what has shot, even if it's the phone or the camera, editing happens there and there.
Oh, it happens on the spot.
Like, once I'm done with your interview, it's live. We don't have time. Like, we want information now and fast. I don't have time.
And then how many? What's the crew? 1 guy or 2 guys?
Just
two guys maximum.
No, 1 guy is enough.
Who'll shikilia the phone or the camera?
It's a tripod, bro.
Yeah. So come on a tripod yako.
Yeah, or 2. So we are also breaking the norm of it has to be expensive to run these things.
Yeah, so these guys it's too expensive for them to release a 5 and then they'll do the story for 5 minutes.
If for 5 minutes. If for some reason you just give us a quarter of their budget, not a quarter of their budget, a quarter of a quarter of their budget. They can't see us.
Unawezafanya mambo.
Tutawasumbua. They are complicating things. You see,
old model.
There's a way that this world was programmed, and everyone thinks that that's the okay way to do things. Like when media was discovered, we said that for news to happen, someone has to sit on a desk and tell us and start with headlines and go to the main news. And now there is an expert, Kisiangani, tell us about the global warming. Like, who validated that format? Is it a must?
Yeah, it's not a must.
Can't you just do your news and say, okay, we'll be doing news on the couch, man? Like, just
in fact, that's why I wanted to talk to you about the SPM. I was telling you off camera that this Fire podcast thing, I wanted to follow a model of, there's a station I watch called Vice News. So the reporters who are Vice News, they just wear t-shirts like this. And they're interviewing serious guys. They're interviewing presidents and all manner of guys. But they're, not that it's dumb, they talk to you normally. Unajua your voice your news. Check it the other day during it rained heavily in Kitengela town. Let's move to our reporter on the ground. Because we feel like that was it's the permanent format that was discovered. We're waiting for someone to discover another one. Yeah, but news is news. You're just telling me what happened. Regardless, man. Like if it's weather forecast, I don't care if you're in the kitchen. So long as it's accurate. So long as it's accurate. So why do we keep on complicating things? So I think that's the norm that the internet is breaking, because it's breaking not because creativity, one, secondly lack of resources, because this guy from Mathare wants to keep us updated, but he doesn't have a studio with a desk, and so this guy all he has is a camera, Coca-Cola, a gazeti, and so all of a sudden tunapenda news yake because it's natural, it's authentic. So it's okay. As the digital space grows, we tend to understand that our normal lives were more interesting. True. You'd rather watch a guy who's fully authentic. Huja ma producer anaongea lakini mic ameweka kwa miguu. Ni kama hajazoea producer. So I used to even have the same problems nikiwa kwa radio, as in even just a simple story, kuna ma gatekeeper. So wanakwambia usiongelee hii, like I think that's why many guys are not listening to radio, especially talk radio. They're standard rules there for life, like ethical rules, not even in media, in life, right? Just in life, like the things when you do una maturity, unasumbua, like you can't just wezi ongelea victim ameumizwa, like unaona huwezi tuonyesha dead bodies kwa picha ovyo, like there are those standard rules of life. And it's a human rule. It's a human thing. Rule. Yeah. So once you understand that, and I make you understand that, I should stop being
on your case every step. Manu unafanya manu wewe unajua kufanya hivi ni mbaya nini, si ati nikisema good morning kuna shida. Haufai kusema good morning
But now also who regulates these online guys?
Yeah,
because wako wengi now they're becoming powerful.
What happens?
Okay, so who is the police of these guys?
There are a lot of categories. There are people who are just creators, there are people who are media, and people who are media, they have even media council has even come with programs to train these guys. Like in SPM, people have gone to be trained there. They go to be trained the rules, they become accredited so that they can go to this high level spaces pia zenye zina demand
accreditation.
Unaona, because wengi hawajui hizi vitu. So kuna wale wanazidu, wanaenda wakilano wakifanya mistakes, but it's up to them to take initiative and know what is wrong and what is not wrong. Because even the platforms themselves, they're self-regulatory. Like YouTube, there are things you can't do on YouTube. Your video will be flagged.
Yeah, true.
There are things you can't do on Facebook. So this social media already they have tools
to regulate
certain things. Unaona? So, and it's also up to you to keep protecting your space so that you don't lose what you've built.
Yeah, true. So nowadays you can be sued even over Twitter.
Yeah.
Things are bad right now.
But it will be hard to regulate them legally, because how do you prove my channel is Kenyan?
So YouTube can't provide the information.
What if it's not Kenyan? What if it was opened in US?
Maybe. But if there's no way I can sue you for something you said, even if you're in the state. Simiguna alisuo jamaa anaitwa Mutua.
Makao.
Sijui suit ilifika wapi though.
So ni hard sana. Ni kuna dynamics mingi sana.
No, but I love this space. I think it has freed up many guys. You remember when we were together hapo Churchill, so your time that period ilikuwa maybe if you're on radio na vutwe job hiyo ilikuwa umeisha sasa kiusani
wewe kuisha bana wewe umeisha.
So you can just grab your phone and
I create content. Nakaa jamaa the roaming chef. He was a rugby player, used to be a rugby player, ndio.
Na alianza channel ilikuwa around 300 followers.
Na ndio sasa
alikuwa na 300.
Aliretire rugby.
Aliretire, alikuwa na mental issues or something.
But sasa unaona saa hii amejicultivate ya kitu yake inawaka. Unaona?
Hadi I think hapa na followers wengi majuu kushinda Kenya.
Sasa anakuwa followed na watu great sana bana.
So that's what I really love about this online space. But you also, the way you're saying it's self-regulating, also if you're lazy yenye itashow pia.
Itashow. Wewe umejiemploy.
Bana.
So hard work yako ndio ina determine mshahara yako.
So how do you motivate your guys? Is it the same system there?
No, they're okay, you have to create a network that's so strong in terms of incentives, in terms of also personal brands, because we are in a space whereby you being on a network like SPM Bars, you are also having a name that you are building. Unaona? So there are a lot of opportunities that come with that. Apart from what you're getting from the company, there is also need to chase that dream so that your brand becomes strong and to be able to command an audience of your own. So yes, you can be doing here media, unafanya news hapa, but uko na channel yako ya fashion ya kitu different huko, but for the name yenye uko nayo hapa inafanya ile kitu pia inasonga. So we don't want to be in a position whereby because you are doing something here you can't do another thing outside.
No, that's nice.
We just want to be in a position whereby the things that we do here belong here. Like if you feel like you want to teach us about carpentry out there, it's
kuna hizo stories unaita watu kwa boardroom
umefungua channel ya carpentry.
Cheki nimeona umeanzisha YouTube yako personal.
Niaje it has to be that way. Niaje mimi napiga shughuli yangu na nakuja hapa. Sasa hizi niko kwa podcast yako. Tunapiga na tunasonga. Because this space ilileta freedom nyingine yenyewe. Hatuwezi keep on kuizuia, tutakuwa tunarudi back to where we
true. And then it is too big to even be filled.
Too big.
It's infinite, man. So my stand up nini you guy? The last time when you're very active in stand up, nilikuwa na in the United States of America.
No, I do stand up. It appears you're not my fan, and it's allowed.
When do you do stand up?
Since I started attracting intelligent people, I lost a lot of fans.
Who said you introduced December and then
he was in December. He's the one who introduced us at Laughs and Jazz.
Say you guy.
Yeah, Laughs and Jazz.
No, Laughs and Jazz umerudi tu juzi. Before Laughs and Jazz
was December. Do we perform with you at Mayura?
Yeah.
You are not.
You guys, you come once in a while.
Not once in a while. At least every month. Not bro.
You guy, your lawyer is horrible.
Every month I come to Mayura.
Okay.
No, me I'm always practicing stand up.
Sasa nikuuliza hadi like unaona kitu kama stand up haiko hivyo vile mnasema traditional media ni nini, stand up ni ngumu sana kutransform kutoka ile like stand up huwezi rely.
Haifai kutransform totally. It doesn't need to transform because at the end of the day it's stand up. How I understand it, because as I said, there are no rules to these things. As I said, it is not even supposed to transition to digital like your designer. Every show I perform is there. Like, it's digital should be an avenue to sell you as a comedian, so that when you call for that stand-up show, now we can show up and we can buy it if it's being sold digitally. The same thing Jugusha alifanya na TTNT. He does a lot of things to push his brand as a comedian, but then says, okay, now this is what I've been doing for 2 years or 1 year. Now I've done a special. Go buy it online or go consume it online and pay for it. So it's a treat. Stand-up is originally a treat. So we are always practicing for that special treat that we'll give the audience.
But I think you're the first guy to do a special in Kenya, I think.
People have done
like recorded.
They used to call them specials.
There's a thing he did a big thing he did Kenya.
National Theatre.
Yeah. No one had done that before. Here.
Yeah.
This guy was.
They should give me my flowers when I'm alive.
Yeah.
It was in nursery.
Yeah, you are the first guy, isn't it?
Yeah. We did the Not Fine to Be Fine and 24 hours.
You did 2, and you did 2 in one.
Yeah, man.
One evening.
Like now, if you say that now, I'm the first one in the world to do 2.
English, that's why.
Yeah.
This guy is.
Actually, I'm the first one in the world. Like, I did specials in 2 languages.
This guy did English. Alafu sasa akarudi akachapa.
Same thing.
You guy.
Funny all through. I was like, he jokes nilisikia like Swahili.
Hapana, ni separate. Sikia huyu.
Umse ako watch. Umse anakudanganya you guy.
Tibiti rudiangi jokes wewe.
He alifanya different sets.
So now, you know when I did that thing, see, through round kidogo I had gone to this American Got Talent. It's Pasadena, man. We should film.
Oh, you went, huh?
Yeah, just to attend, not to participate.
Pasadena,
It's Pasadena Convention. Pasadena Convention Center. It's in California. Like, we should pray and perform there one day. As long as we are alive, we have to perform there. If you get there first, make sure I'm opening. If I get there first, I make sure you're opening.
It's a deal, man.
It's a deal. It's a deal. Yeah. It's a deal. So then I realized the model of stand-up production is very different from stand-up concert. So when you're doing a concert for stand-up, there are things that go in that might not be on the final product. Because when you're doing like a tour, when you go to Mombasa, let's start with Kenya too. When you go to Mombasa, there are things that you say that are based that just Mombasa people can understand them. Then you do others that everyone can understand them. So when these people are doing tours, they keep on changing the material. Then
depending on where they've gone.
At the end, they usually have a refined content for the whole world. So I'm like, how do they manage to take this content
and refine it?
Hey, how do you go with this content in a country? You just arrived in a country, you need to talk about things in that country. So when I saw how American Got Talent is being done, is when I realized that there is a very different big difference when it comes to what the audience is going to consume versus what the TV audience is going to consume versus what the live audience is going to consume. So American Got Talent is mainly made for the TV audience.
Oh, it's made for TV.
So when you go to attend one of these shows, you realize what this experience we are worshiping people who are at home, which is very good because that's the biggest number. Because millions, maybe billions are going to watch. So if it means them stopping the show to get something right, so that the final product can be good, they'll do it.
They do that. Oh, so they if they need guys to cheer louder, they stop guys. It's curated.
Even the daily shows, all these TV shows, most of the things they're done for TV. Yes, people are funny, but you have to program it in a way that the end product home makes sense.
100%.
I saw
there even shows where they raise something that it's written laugh.
Yeah, applause.
Yeah, applause.
Yes.
So I discovered that model of recording, and I was like, maybe this is where we've been going wrong. So when I come back to Kenya, I want to try that and have a recording session for 2 shows.
So in
with
Kenya,
focus in the audience who is at home.
Yes.
So that we don't have that mistake where we have a great show on ground, then the end product is boring. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
You find that we have a great show on ground, but at home it's
not that great.
Yeah, so when it comes to recording, there are things even if they're intros, you have to make sure they are well. You can even redo them. Then they do the set, well edited. Then you get a good final product.
And how about the audience, the live audience? They're told that this thing is...
No,
we need you to do X, Y, and Z.
This thing is done for TV. We have performance here. Like, for example, American Got Talent and those talent shows. We have performance here. There are people who have been auditioned. They sing well. They dance well. Give us your best energy because we are on TV. Yeah. Give us your best energy. We have a hype man who keeps on cheering people, making sure they're
sort of like 10 over 10.
Yeah. So you hype them, and most of the shows are studio audience. Because if you look even at the big shows, the numbers are like 200 people. Even if it's not a studio audience, it's an audience that you can control.
Yeah.
Because the end goal is the audience at home.
The production.
Yeah. So I borrowed a leaf from that and decided to record so that I see how it happens and be able to have a final product that I can dictate. Because normally we used to say 1 month, then you call a show at KCC, then you end up not getting TV mzuri.
Yeah.
So that was the whole idea of the show.
And so, did you see an impact when you aired it?
Funny enough, the impact the show was done in 2018, but I saw the impact in 2021. That was very funny. Like,
as in you new time ilishika YouTube.
You know time usually blow.
Is it because of COVID?
COVID was over.
Oh, COVID was
during
over.
COVID, I also did just a small special called Adapt or Die. Also during COVID, it was recorded, and
I think I was out of the country.
You was out of the country. You are locked out. You are locked out.
Oh yeah, I remember the promos for that show.
So maybe when we did the Netflix thing, then there was the craze about the people trying to look for other things that I've done. And those things started blowing up.
But that's also the thing about content. You never know when it
blew up.
It'll blow up.
Blew up.
So now people want to now watch
when I posted that show, my YouTube was 5,000 people.
That's 2018.
Yeah, it went until I think 7K stuck there. But I think in 2021 it jumped from I think around 17 to 100 or to 90 subscribers. Damn. Like within 3 months, just a lot of things happened. I think within from August, September, October, there was that interest, and then the shows that I posted years back started making sense.
Oh, okay.
Then I was like, now let's pick up. Let's pick up the race.
Yeah.
This was the plan. We stopped it because people need to know now they're watching the content. Now let's initiate the other cards.
No, but that's so interesting. And then there's this show you also produced. You produced with the same mindset, the My Ex thing.
Yeah, my ex. Yeah, my ex. I think I wrote my ex.
Because first you whetted our appetite ulikuwa unazipost hapo YouTube kidogo ukazi like your strategy iliwake yenyewe. At least for me. Because me I used to watch it on YouTube. I'm like,
oh, my ex, I did a few episodes. Then the remaining
you put it behind the paywall.
Yeah, paywall. We started to figure out how the paywall things works and where we are as a country.
Why did you say to do it online, man? Before you even go to the paywall, Yo, my ex, like the quality is like it is TV quality.
Yeah, it has to be, because I'm sorry to say that I'm associated with good quality.
Like it wasn't very expensive to do that quality and then
it was very
put
expensive.
it online.
It was very expensive, but we had to do that because now the way I've structured my art, I also have a marketing phase. Like that beginning phase of my ex was the marketing phase for the entire my ex. So we had to invest proper in it and give you that option of free, so that we get funds to do it again.
Yeah.
So it really worked. It was an investment, but for me it was purely a marketing plan for the show.
Okay.
I wanted it to reach a lot of people as possible, then show them this is what we can offer. Then now when we say my ex is here, at least mnakuja mnaiwatch.
So now does it help in can somebody, if I'm an artist, I decide that
that was from doing big projects. You wanted me to shoot with that low quality, man. Damn.
No, but that thing looked expensive.
Damn. I'm like,
also was crazy.
You guys, this that quality looked like this thing is very, very expensive to produce.
Yeah,
so
it was,
obviously
it was.
In the back
I even saw someone tweeting that, I think last week. He said, why did you finish my ex? Is it because of fans? And I was like, okay, we finished it because the story had to reach there, and now most of the casts also were doing other projects that might coincide with the plan. So I didn't want to move past that, because then there was another series that we were working on that was supposed even to start early last year. So it felt like our mood has already moved from that. We want to bring something fresh, something new, which will be of the same quality. Yeah.
But now, do you feel like now that we have a big number of young generation Z guys, does it help now when you put the content behind the paywall? So we have many guys who are used to such things.
Yeah, but not everything. So now structure your way in a way that, there are things that I give my audience for free, and there are things that I put on the paywall. So the free ones act as a marketing strategy for the for the paywall, because now you can't get all of these things at once. You either decide you do the paywall. Paywall has good money. For example, if 20,000 people watch your content at 200 shillings, that's 4 million.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot of money, bro. But now the free one, 1 million people watch it for free.
Yeah.
So you see the value. So the 1 million people are watching it for free. They won't give you that money, because 1 million people, maybe YouTube will give you 100 Gs or 200 Gs.
Yeah.
But now the impact that comes with that,
with 1 million people watching your content,
the impact that comes with that might give you money in other things.
Way. Yes.
So you balance. You're like, okay, what is it necessary to put on the paywall, and what am I doing to grow the fan base? Like, you see, that's when we realized, like my ex, we realized, yes, the paywall was making sense, but it's really growing these brands at a very high speed when it's on YouTube. So we figured out how can we get partners and do it on YouTube, so that it can be beneficial for everyone.
So each strategy has a different impact.
Yeah. And you really have to calculate and know, when am I doing it for marketing and when am I doing it for money? You really need a bit of wisdom.
Was Njugush the first guy to put paywall, like content behind a paywall?
Yeah, he was. He was the first one. Yeah, we pioneered it at TT, I think.
When you guys, you're involved in that thing?
Yeah, man. How can I not?
I'm kidding.
How can a great thing be happening in this country without me? Behind every successful joke there is a Butita. Yeah.
Butita, nikuuliza aje. Like, you see, you are in all these things. You're from my ex, an SPF, and then stand up. Obviously, it's your first chance.
Yeah.
Like, sasa, who find at the time?
Time is always there.
It's an inspiration. I think maybe on my part. Who find at the time, yeah? Then nimekaa sana na hizi mascript za my ex na nini. Now, and then stand up si beneficial kushinda hizi stuff.
What do you mean by si beneficial?
The funny thing is that if these things, other things, if they become beneficial, your stand-up works more. Like, stand-up is very weird. he might have a point. Yeah. By beneficial means, the money that it might be bringing now might not be the same
as the other one.
Yeah. Now, yes, that's the truth. But I'm telling him, the more the other ones become successful, now the more these stand-ups start making good money, because now when you call people, they come knowing the potential that you have.
It's true, because Dave Chappelle, me, I never used to watch Dave Chappelle until he did the Chappelle Show. So when I saw the Chappelle Show, I'm like, hey, this guy is funny. So now after that is when I started watching.
So is
that's when I started
about
watching is the stand-up comedy show.
And then your angle, not just
there is always time, but for some reason sometimes it's difficult. But you see, I think I've never found myself in a position where I'm running like 10 things at a go. I try to order them in order of priority. Like this year, when I was planning this year, this year these are the things that I'm going to do. I have this number of series. This year we have I think 6 series. 6. We have the target is 6. We have to do Black to Basics tour. We have to do campus and this. So now we've segmented them. Okay, right now in January, this is what we are working towards. By the time we are done with this, we should start working on this. And now in a day also, when I'm doing the mic thing, I usually just spare 1 or 2 hours kuendelesha story yangu. 1 hour. So nasema Monday naendelesha story ya my ex ama Tuesday.
Okay.
So stand up na nilijipatia discipline moja simple. It's not a secret, it's just a discipline. Maybe you can use it. A joke a day
takes
or a concept a day
takes kupanda away.
It doesn't need to be complete. Sema hata ile time, anytime unaenda kwa bafu mitoka na joke moja hivyo tu. Moja tu, hata kama haijaiva.
Although jokes pia ni more of observation, because you get it from your day to day life.
Sasa mimi style yangu ni different. Mimi sasa nikikaa hivi siku yangu kuna moments nilikuwa nazo high nini, sasa naweza create a moment from that. Unaona? So leo sasa nikipata kitu kali, stand up ni soko ifungangi. Ukipata kitu kali umeandika kwa notes, ingine umeandika kwa notes. So ukiwa pale kwa keja una refine moja, hata ita refine sana kwa tu basic, lakini at the end unaenda ukiwa na catalog inaweza unapata in a month kuna vitu unaweza pick up 7 noma,
uko na 20 minutes.
So stand up hiyo ni continuous. Hizi zingine ni structured. Unaona ka script ukikaa hivi vibe iko script haina intense ya punchlines kama stand up. Script ni story. Script ya 24 minutes inaweza kuwa na punchline 4 ama 5, but huku ndani vile watu wanajibishana ni interesting.
True.
So that one, if you have a story ni kuiflowisha tu pole mpaka siku ile itaiva.
Let me ask you.
So time iko bro.
Speaking of
right now, when I finish that point, what are you doing? Stand up? Scripts. Podcasts.
Running the shows behind.
Just that the entire idea. Even someone is wondering, where do you get all that time? But you see, they're working. Because right now we are doing podcast. We are not doing stand up. And it's working. Then you'll do stand up at some time. It will not be podcast.
I was wondering, because niko sure at some point una feel like ile hanga stand up.
Lazima mimi kwanza mimi challenge na industry. Kaka hivi najiambia audience yangu haiko nini? Haiko triggered, haiko. Audience yangu inafeel imelala, nafani waamshe. So kitu inatokea huko ni kama mawe. Hapana, because they should keep on following you and trusting that you have great ideas. You bring in something fresh every time, or else watakuachilia.
True.
So hiyo hanga na kama hapo na feel kama saini after COVID hatujakuwa na platforms za stand up. Last year ndio tumerudi poa, si ndio? The stand up ziko. So mimi nakaa chini naona plan yangu ya stand up ni gani, ni hii. Okay, nini na need. Kama na need kuja Mayura nitakuja. Kama na need kwenda place fulani. Kama nikikam sasa kitu tunafanya saa hii ni plan time nilikuwa na kamizo mashow. That was the entire plan ya kitu tunafanya saa hii. walikuwa nimestructure hivyo ni aje hai kitu ni ya next year huko, lakini sasa ina need kwenda hizi show na need ku understand kitu fulani kama direction naenda imechange ama bado iko sawa na vile na think. Yeah.
You guys, speaking of stand up, how come there's no one who's been able to replicate stand up on the level of Churchill Show, especially the general stand up, like for everyone to consume?
It's not impossible, let's say,
but it's not been done yet.
They had an advantage of budget when they came up in 2008. TV was so big in a point that there were good budgets for production. You know, a show like Churchill Show is very expensive to run.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you can run a show like that, but you need budget, bro. So you okay, right now you do a proposal, you do a pilot, but then who's gonna give you $1 million per episode? The free to air TV, those zenye zinatoka sahi wewe unajua. Like for you to get $1 million per episode,
yeah, it's very rare.
It's very rare. So Churchill Show is coming to a point that it used to be there during that time, and they proved their point. So it was easy to ask for that.
So it
money.
was a moment in time.
Actually, it was one of the most paid TV shows in the country. Not in the country, in East Africa, bro.
Serious?
Yeah. East Africa, even Central Africa, maybe Nigeria and South Africa is when we have the most expensive show. So you understand that coming up with that show requires a lot of money.
Replicating it as is.
So you might have the idea, but sustainability, because you're not in a position whereby you depend, okay, we want audience to come so that we get money, and it's a TV show. If you just need like 500 people, maybe 300. That's, even if it's 1,300 G's, that's cost for operation. Even you don't even pay anyone. You see, it's just equipment vein. So I feel like the advantage for TV is what is lacking. That's why no one has been able to replicate such a thing,
especially on a weekly basis, right? Because that thing used to happen every Thursday.
Yeah, man, it all runs down in the budget, because structuring and giving people opportunity is a plan that we can all have. You see, right now, if we have a show, we have, how many comedians do you have in this country? More. We have more than even 50. So if we need 4 acts every week, we'll still get the 4 acts. But now, for us to put a show that can sustain, we need a client or a TV station that's committed for the entire season.
What if you do it with a small audience and air it on YouTube?
Yeah, maybe that, but I can tell you also, YouTube, if you don't have a partner, sustainability will not be possible. So we come to that. Then secondly, we go to a team, a structured team that understands the vision.
Who you have to pay.
Yeah, we are in a position whereby it's so hard to sell a vision to people. You have to buy it now. You have to rent people to help you sell your vision. Yeah. So it's possible in YouTube, but the beginning steps. Yeah.
And it also takes time for things to shake on you.
We're trying it out. I've seen a comic gang, they're doing something every week. Yeah.
Yeah, the guys are doing something at a Shaki Grill.
Yes.
Sleepy. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, even for us, with our section of stand-up, our Kakona stand-up that we're operating at.
It's every week. It's every week.
But we don't air it. It's too expensive. Also, selling that material alone.
No, for you, when you start airing
it's material. The problem I have with stand-up and TV is inanyonya material too fast.
Man. Yeah? It's very wrong. Napata ile content unapiga 6 months ndio kitu ungepiga in 4 years.
Yeah, man. So like, and then, like, for Churchill Show, it was like guys used to come up with that material that week. Like that week, someone has come up with. But
also Churchill Show was a fun show. Yes, it has comedy acts, but it's a fun show. It has other things that are keeping it afloat. So worldwide, I think it's very hard to sustain.
It was actually an anomaly, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Like, it wasn't a normal thing, that thing. Because even abroad, guys would be like, hey, these guys are doing a TV show every week, stand-up comedy. Hey, that's strange.
It's more of a fun show. If you say, even the format of the style of the stand-up content with the comedians, if you look at it very well, it was a bit different. Kuna zile, for me, some acts will not pass as stand-up acts. Just it's a fun time, man. Let's have fun for 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's cheer people. Let me come, let me do something.
You hear, you dance, kiasi.
It's like it's this guy does a show that's very interesting, Jimmy Fallon. His show is more fun, unaona.
It's a feel good show.
A feel good show, and then you introduce like 3 acts or 4 acts. So stand up itself weekly, unless we have a strategy where people are breaking. We are not not you on TV every week. It's not sustainable, man. Worldwide, it really needs a lot of preparation and thinking.
But there you go. How come you never used to have a stage name? Mbona uko unaitwa Muluya wa Ocha? Cheki Kariobangi Muluya wa Ocha. Cheki. Mbona ulikam tu na jina yako? Because that wasn't normal those days.
It took so long to get a stage name. So
ulitafuta.
You know, when you're going for audition and you have a name, I used to have a tough name called Ribsologist. No, not Ribsologist. Ribsologist was nani? No, mine was Rib Atom.
Rib Atom. So you explode ribs.
And another one was called Biddies.
So what the heck is Biddies?
Butita Eddie Biddies, like.
Oh.
I had even a name called Eduardo Mondlando. That was before that. Eduardo Mondlando del Deseo. I used to have a bad intro, man. Santiago Montelo, so now when you're going for auditions, you write your names. Then like the audition guys like
Eduardo Mondlando.
Butita ni nani? Jina niyo iko sawa. Like I don't want to. The producer should be fired. Tunayo jina. Nikajibu tunaenda nayo yani. Okay sawa. Hata nasikia wasa wajua anajiita jina zao. Come stand up ni you. Ni sawa tu. It's just you, man.
You guys, that was very rare for those days. Me when I get
Eric was doing it, man. Eric was doing it. But when you came to tough names, man. There were names, bro.
Mi kuna msali niambia nijiite corporate comedian. Check it, ladies and give it up for corporate comedian.
It was good idea, but angalia sasa vile tulikuwa tumeprogramiwa ku believe we are doing this thing for corporate. Yes, true, corporate is just a market like any other market. So we are doing these things to do it better. Because corporate at the end of the day will come for you if you have numbers, if you're making sense. But we used to be told there is some cultures, there's some things you need to do so that corporate can love you. Nini. Then someone comes in Matambara and becomes funny and they get a billboard and you're like, me I've been wearing suit every week.
Man, can you imagine?
And Smart Joker is on billboard.
There's not guy tricky you guy. Tricky amefanya act fulani ya chokot.
Nakaomoka nayo. So kitu kumbe game ni kuchekesha tu.
No, that's very important because some acts, one of the things I've realized after studying stand-up globally is observing, that's a better word, is sometimes there are some acts who will never ever make it through corporate. Then they'll just make it through the funds directly. Like there's this guy called Andrew Dice Clay. Like Mr. Rizake has the Ingiani na corporate kabisa. But he has some sick fan base. And that's what's sustaining him.
It's not even some sick, it's sick.
It is a sick fan base. So sometimes, I remember I was hanging out with Smarty another time. Alikuwa ananiambia, Smart Joker. Ati unajua Emmanuel Kenya unafaa kufanya. Unafaa kutafuta corporate, ama advert, ama job ya radio. That is how to make it. But you see, in retrospect,
corporate ama job ya radio.
In retrospect, so unajua kuna comedian ndo aliingia radio and it never worked.
Ilikuwa radio baby.
Maybe.
Kwa
radio bana.
But this was just a guest, huh?
No, I was at a radio like
alikuwa na kasauti fulani hapa.
No, hii tu mimi lakini medu radio labda ndio akumbuke radio gani. Larry was the host, me was the host. Yeah.
Oh, you're the co-host of that show, eh?
Larry of CNN. When I've worked with great people, I think I'm also great.
We
used to have a show with Larry every weekend.
Yeah. But Larry guys will love you guys.
Larry is a good friend, man.
Huh?
Larry believed in me. Like I really appreciate that guy, man.
Alikuwa anakuita mbaya you guys.
Yes, when I went for his show, nikaua kaniitanga sasa.
Ulienda show gani ukaua? Trend.
Radio. Nianza na radio.
Oh, ulianza na radio?
Sasa ndio nikaenda.
Na sasa alikutoa wapi ndio akakuita radio?
Wapi? Sikuwa nipeleka Wago hata hiyo siku.
Oh, ulikuwa umepeleka Wago?
Tukaua tu si wote. Alafu mimi nikaitwa tena. Sasa kuitwa tena hivyo ndio nikaanza nikasema niaje sinaweza piga TNT.
Sunday
ukaingia tukapiga TNT kwanza tulikuwa tunapiga free mpaka siku ile ilianza ikakuwa show strong yenyewe.
So mlipiga free for how long?
More than a year, man.
Seriously?
I think like 2 years, man. Because you see now the show didn't used to exist. It was just new format.
So you idea within a show.
So we did it to a point now clients started asking for slots in that show. But then the management was good enough to start paying, because when Larry told them, okay, now the show is making sense, now we need to make it a proper show and pay these guys. They were like,
you did it for like 3 years. How long did you do?
Then after that I did another 5 years. I think I did another 4 years from there.
Yeah. You did 4 years on that TTT after the first year.
TTT fully 5 years plus the other 2 years that EV. Yeah, it's like I've done like 6.5 years.
But you guys, are you seeing how much time it takes to build something? Because now you're saying
it really takes,
you did your special and you posted it in 2022 ndio ilishika. After doing all these things.
Yeah, after using money, man.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You guys, some guys want to do one thing now. Okay, me think even ukiobserve wasanii, some of the artists ndio unaweza fanya kitu moja then you trend, but sustainability.
Actually, me say it can work today, tomorrow, next month or next year. You never know, because you're also trying to see which one appeals to the audience. But when you keep on trying, hata kama aziendi mali zinafika, the more unaenda ukitry mob, the more unaenda ukigather watu wengi. Unaona? Like when I went States, I was so shocked that my big fan base was coming from the trend. And I'm like, I do Churchill show, guys, man. I'm on Churchill.
Like, oh, you're telling them I'm also
manzeni aje. Aje trend, salimia Anita, salimia na man, like,
so you're like, I also am funny. I can do
that. Hapa napata wase wananitambua mimi ni comedian. Na wanani consume from the trend. So I'm like, diaspora audience inajua for the trend hivi sana. So na kama naona naanza kuichukua serious. For me naifanyaga kufanya, lakini naona so hata sahi this should be my priority. I have every week I'm here, I need to prepare for this, so that to solidify that base, then I'll come and do something else and grab another audience, grab this. You see, that's also how you remain relevant throughout. You so unafanya kitu moja ishe next year utamu yake. Unaona? And okay, like my style and okay, for some reasons we introduce something at SPM. If it's mine, if it's for SPM, we introduce it to the market. Then we use it as a case study now. Now when the right time to attack comes, tunaijua nje ndani. Tusha introduce. Sasa ikonsumini, turudi tuicheki, sasa tuianalyze. Nini sasa tunakuja unaona, kuingia kama tumeingia. Same with campus tour. We did one, took a small break, then came and did 19. Pop! Because now we understand how it should work.
You've learned something.
And it's a baby. That one we created it, ikafika mpaka mwisho, it made sense, iko juu. So right now ukiona inakuja, it's fully sponsored because it made sense that time. So if I have someone who needs the youth audience, there is a product for them. Yeah, there is someone who needs this audience, flani.
I was watching a clip, coincidentally, Ice Cube, Jana, usiku on Instagram. It just came on my Instagram feed. He was saying, if you're doing a project, you should be ready to do it for 5 years for free. Can you imagine?
He said that?
Yeah.
Ebu send me that thing. Like me,
you should be ready to chapa it for 5 years for free.
Actually, when I start something, that's what I say. Like, it should be sustainable 5 years without making money.
Yeah.
But campus tour ilifanyika kwa comedian. You remember? That's why I met.
When you guys met ulienda ukachapa campus tour.
Yeah.
You guys, do you know this guy from campus tour?
Man, hata
unamkumbuka?
Oh, Kabarak.
Tulisumbuana tulikuwa na sport na mko mtai kulipa. Unakumbuka?
Wait, ulipata Kabarak? Ulikuwa unaitwa nani Kabarak?
Steve. Odi. Hiyo time nilikuwa na jina Kisiangani that time.
You guys
you know what happened? I say, wanasema kuna campus tour. So in the whole school wasa wanajua kuna kale kamsepani fulani.
Kumbe ulikuwa na reputation fulani.
Alikuwa na reputation.
Jukusha alikuwa amekaa nikapiga show wasa wakaniona nini. Sasa amekaa tumehype the show nini. Butita ananiambia mazee utapiga slot lakini tunaenda na after party.
Ulikuwa unafanya audition?
Sidani. Ulipiga?
Nilipiga.
Sidani.
Nilipiga. Nani ndiye alinipea huyu deni yako?
Ni yeye ndiye ananipangia, si ati
alipea slot about 3 minutes and then tumbili ndiye alikuwa zile za bro you are funny take my number and then
come and perform at Yolo.
kama ya tumbili.
So kitu ilikuwa ina happen, adhani ndio kitu kufanya. walikuwa na register acts earlier.
I think the day before. Tulikuwa tunaenda sijui tuna banju wapi tunarudi.
Unapatia beti jina. So kila mtu wako kwa list ya beti alikuwa na perform.
Kama huko kwa list ya beti. Time ilikuwa imeisha. Juu kabla kukumbuki mlikuwa mnaambiwa kuna time amfai kupita. It was around sijui by 10.
Walikuwa wanataka kufunga.
Hii kitu imeisha. Sasa kwa zile za we bro man. Because it was aki 3 minutes. Udem sijui
so how did it go? Did you murder ama you bombed?
Niliwa hata spoken word. I swear.
Only was spoken word.
Hebu ipige tuone kama utaona.
Tunaweza kukumbuka kweli.
So kitu kilikuwa happen na kampo ilikuwa hiyo. Kuna register list wanakama wana perform. Hata mpaka sasa hii tunapiga la pingine sasa hii.
How did you fund that campus tour, Matt?
How
did you fund it?
It's funded by TAS clients.
You had some clients?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I funded the first up 1 mpaka 3 nili fund personally. From I think the fourth one is when we funded.
Ulikuwa methamphetamine ama ulikuwa nini ilikuwa na bei?
Asuna kachoraga tu nasemaga next year nyinyi mtalijua next year. Hivi kwanza anasema hii mwaka.
But you started in Nairobi campuses?
Nilianza Daystar nikaenda KCA.
Actually COVID really
KCA mpaka kuna wasanii wakanitukana ati mimi ni mwizi ni mwaibia. Naomba wafanye campus tour waone what it takes man.
Yeah. No, this
baka ni mwatafutia baka do lakini it's not enough niongeze ingine.
They wanted more money.
So hiyo nyingine wanataka wanasema niliwaibia.
No, they should go away. COVID really stop your campus tour.
Ilikuwa imeisha season mzima. Hiyo ilikuwa season 2.
How many campuses did you go?
20.
Did you record all the footage?
20. Yeah, we have them, but we used to do highlights because it's a tour. So we are replicating like half.
Because you have to pay the campus students and the artists you've gone with. You know?
Man, so it's dope.
Campus students pay them for 2 days and then kuna after party. Because after party iliona ulitoboka do. Club gani?
After party ilikuwa nini? Ilikuwa Sebs. Ilikuwa Sebs. Yeah. So kitu kilikuwa happen na set code include kwa job ya campo. Kama like campus tour team yote ilikuwa kama 40 something people, but at least 30 comes from Nairobi institutions.
From there.
Yes, PM okay. Only like 10 people. So they do like influencing ya kupush show na vitu kadhaa like so tuko na make sure hata mabouncer ni wa hiyo shule. Unaona?
Use local resources.
Kwanza shule ya Kinaa nakumbuka Gamsi alikuwa ana handle story yao student leader alitupigia simu after 2 days. Hadi ndo tulimpea aliibiwa. So anataka tumlipe tena fresh kwa our business.
No wonder it's a campus, you guys. People have weird ways of thinking.
So the project heavy sana na ni expensive. So last year we did another one with Binance. We launched it towards the end of the year. So this year we are now finishing the nini tulipioneer hiyo season mpya. Tunaifanya tuona client tutawaambia details sasa.
You guys doing events is expensive. There's not event tulifanya na Dag
event.
Some okay it was a comedy.
Skora niambia ile festival yenu.
Hapana. Festival is another story. Festival I think tulichoma over 200 G's you guys.
Bro mimi nimechoma hata
apart from flights hata sija calculate flights.
Bro mimi nimechoma hata 700 hata 800. Yaani lazima ujue.
You guys flew guys in. I was using my salo those days I was on radio.
Yeah.
So I flew guys in. I think, but me I knew I'll lose money. But now the one that rumored me was like a small event I was pangaing with Dag. Tukaenda tukafanya show ko somewhere in Two Rivers. I say you guy the profit we got to divide 3,800. So mimi nikapata 1,900. You guy hata msanii amemake dongo kukuliko. Hata photograph.
Hiyo ndo noma ya show. Hiyo ndo noma nafanya show. Sasa unajua msanii si wasanii wote uelewa manze.
Yeah, because they don't know. You don't tell them.
Yeah.
You just go.
Kidogo na bro mimi naishia. Leje hata umuulize. Usi alikuwa anafsejaza bro.
Alikama. They come and tell you on the share. So that's a hint.
Manu. Acha mimi nikimbie.
Cheki siwende tu basi.
Ukiona kama mtu anatumia actions before.
They want money.
Acha.
So you guys those events are not a joke. But then if you think the way you're thinking long term and you know why you're doing what you're doing, I guess, you know, it will
but
break.
If you look at it very well, a lot of money goes to the suppliers, nini, and then you can't say, okay,
to do tent,
I need to buy these things because they're also expensive. So the best will be just partnerships, man. Like, you need to understand that when I'm working with you, when manuko na production nini, usini charge kama market rate.
Yeah.
Ni charge rate fulani. Ndio mimi siku yenye unafanya yako nilete resources zangu pia kwako. But now people don't understand that model because our venues are not self-sufficient. Our venues are venues that you need to get sound. You need to get what? Like, you need to spend extra amount even after getting the venue. And how many venues in Kenya are very good venues that are below 100,000?
Yeah,
hata ziko. Unapata venue Kenya, unapata venue poa ni 300 Gs.
Yeah.
300,000. So 300,000, wewe hata niambie show yetu iko na watu 600. Na tunawacharge 2,000. Inakuja tuseme 1.2 already venue tu bila kitu tumetumia 350 ama 300 bila kitu.
Can you imagine?
Then supplier comes and tells us that, oh, you know, I'm giving you the top notch sound speaker from Japan and screen what nini, you know what, so I'm not even charging you, this thing is 8 million but I'm not charging you, you're just charging you 700 Gs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're like $1 million. Una wasanii hapo, uko na plan ya marketing, uko na bro, at the end of the day you pay like 150 people directly or indirectly. Unaona? So you see, even if the house is full, you don't make money.
Yeah.
You now start depending on getting clients, and clients want proof of concept. Clients don't fund fresh ideas, most of them. They want you to do something
and show them it's working.
It's working. So our venues are not self-sufficient. That's the thing the government should do, and also private investors. Create a venue that's self-sufficient. Yeah, like in other countries, you announce a tour, you go to an auditorium, it has everything, bro.
No, but KNT has everything.
It has everything. But you see, venue that are self-sufficient is KNT, Nairobi Cinema. Right now, let's go with you at KNT and try to find a slot. You've tried that before.
Yeah, true.
It's fully booked, man.
Yeah, for the year.
Yeah, fully booked.
Wait, Zima alafu washe. Stop the video then. Oh, you've already restarted it. Oh, okay. You guys are a good producer.
So you get it's becoming expensive because the model is not working here. So me, at some point I was like, why do you need to do a show? See, just take a camera, record my thing and put it there, man. Because you're like, this show you're doing it for people are benefiting more than you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Like, you see, you're talking about flying in artists and paying them.
Yeah.
So for them, they had a successful show in Kenya.
Yeah. You made losses.
You made losses, man.
Unakumbuka the December show? We had a show in December and then the tickets, the SGR zika bounce. So what will it be to fly?
Yeah, can you imagine hiyo ni dozo zote?
Na ni saa ngapi? Sasa hiyo ni saa 4, show iko saa 1.
You guys, that means if you have
saa 4 mchana.
Show ni jioni, these guys are supposed to come on the SGR, ndio? For the show in the evening. So flying them means your door yote will make at the door imeenda tu hivi. Like there is no way.
Kwani wasi wangepanda gari hiyo saa 4?
Asubuhi.
Saa 4.
It was in the morning. So walikuwa nakuja na SGR asubuhi ya 8 am.
Na show saa ngapi jioni?
7.
Hiyo si wangegurumisha tu.
You guys would have been hard.
Hapana, wangebek.
Watoke SGR waende town kutafuta basi. Wapande basi alafu wakuje coast by 7.
Wangebebwa tu hapo. Yani sasa ndio mnaniitaga vitu kama hizi. Mimi ningewafikisha Mombasa by 4.
You guy.
5 hapo. So now paying flight the last day is very expensive.
Yeah, man.
So I meet these guys wameponda. Nilapata na say unaeleza.
Sasa show it makes sense. So inafika mali we have to do it because of the audience. But at the end of the day it's a negative, man. Those are the things, like, man, if I had a chance like me, ningekuwa tu msanii like event, man, wacha tuache ma promoter yenyewe unajua.
But now the problem that we have here is we don't have honest, okay, there are few honest promoters wenye watakulipa. Unakumbuka kama kulikuwa na hizo shida za umeitwa show.
Mara pia anaenda the same hiyo issue yako pia na
nani
pia promoter ako tu hivyo pia anateseka tu kama
amechoma
dopa, hataki kuchomeka. Sasa anasema bana nipe Manu, wacha tu mimi nipone.
You guys unakumbuka kama promoter wa Coast wa kitambo?
Wale Coast ulikuwa unafika huko unaitana. Hata Kericho tumelala kwa stage.
Kericho
stage ya
mulilala kwa stage
ya materi tulikaa hapo na watu wanini mpaka asubuhi.
Watu
kuna show ilikuwa noma sana, tulikuwa tupate 70,000 each. We were just young boys. Like the way we were backstage 8 people trying to share 30,000. Up to now I've never understood what happened.
So this guy gave you guys 30,000.
30,000.
No, all of us 8 people we were supposed to share 30,000.
So hiyo ndio aliacha alafu akapotea promoter.
Si amewacha, ndio hii ati ndio niko nayo. Ako hapo si ati amepotea.
Oh. Alisema ndio niko nazo.
That's the day I understood pia watu wa sherehe. Hata tumeshare kidogo na bado kuna mtu anaenda bar.
After kupewa hiyo tao mbili. Si labda tu ni frustration.
Anaenda kwa fun. Tulikaa tulala kwa stage na baridi mpaka asubuhi.
Mbona mlilala kwa stage?
Sasa tulikuwa tukiingia show inaenda kwa tunakupigwa ma 70 manini, tukacheki kwa hoteli noma sana. But sasa vile Kisanga 30k ilifanyika, tukarealize hata ile hoteli haitalipwa, so tukasneak kwa hoteli kuiba bag zetu.
Alafu sasa ndio mkaenda tu
kwa stage tukakaa hapo mpaka tukingoja gari sasa za asubuhi hizi.
Yeah, that is sad. Me can really cry and quit comedy. You guys,
what's the worst nini ushikwa na event? Worst experience ya
events? No, kuna hizi za kuchoma tu do sana.
Mimi hadi kuna
event nyingine nilifanya jua kali huko Acacia huko Rongai. Tukahaya jua kali mimi na best yangu Eriko. Unakumbuka unajua Eriko?
Unajua.
Bana. So tumeleta jua kali tunamtia 15k. Akakam you guys watu I don't know you guys pulled off campus nini so our target was to your Catholic uni. Guys they didn't come. Walienda the next door bar. So guy the price of the ticket was going down because ilikuwa so mbili so kidogo nawaambia walipe tu 150 kidogo 50 bob chekifanya hivyo kuna 50 bob. Was it mimi na Eric asubuhi tulikuwa tumejamiana you guys we weren't even talking
bro. Event inakuanga hectic sana bro. Nimeona maneno kwa my event mimi mpaka mimi kuna msema amenilipia kwa choo US
kwa choo ajibu
kam ndani ya choo. Sasa ndio hii place ya urinal hata unaona vile imehata
hiyo kitu ya umeona mwenye kumeenda is annoying
but na $200 hapa
na alikuwa anafaa kupea much
wanapatia $1,500
so akapea 200
watu macheki niko na idea kuna basa hii imeshika naweza bonga nao watoe kitu tusalimie wasetu
na alifanya hiyo sorry
hiyo zile already ushabaliza show yako yenye kuleta US.
Sasa ni bonus.
Sasa hizi unasikia ati kuna mtu watu wanakudai huku. Kenya. Watu wanakudai kumbe atagemea post ijayo.
That is funny you guys.
There is nothing like that. Ati posting an event to become full.
Ati post event.
Forever event ajazwangi event inajazwaga na promotion. Sio hiyo ati mimi nikisema ndakuja inajaa. Hata Diamond akisema anakuja kuna watu wanauza huko.
Even my pastor wanafanya mad healings. See those guys promote
they promote man.
Hapa sasa ni promoters of unapata event iko Kasarani, lori Rongai huko kwa street huko Saturday tuko na kesha.
And that's what I was telling you. Kuna siku nilikuwa hapa na mse anaitwa George comedian Kuna mambo I really admire this vernacular artists. They promote their stuff Like mzee akona CD ya Kisapere. Hakuna mse anajua mse but ameka speaker kwa roof ya Kiprobox na anazunguka kipromote. Like they work hard.
Kuna distributors wenye wana do your job. Yali buy magari ana kama na buy your album from you.
He buys it from you.
So it's like you have an album, he has 1 mic or 2 mic. So minta use baadaye kuna magari kila place. Ta duplicate leo ziuzwe Kenya mzima.
Akona network
na hii wiki akishauza hii next week ya shato album. Ni aje? Kuna wale sawa wameshajajaruka wamejifanyia hiyo network wenyewe wako na magari zao. Like distribution is very keen art man.
Yeah, true man.
It's everything. The distribution.
I think art is like being a farmer. So wewe ukocha na shamba yako umegrow hizo mahindi. Lakini broker is the one making the money.
Actually tumia tu company ya kawaida. They make bread. The bread goes from the manufacturer, it goes to the distributor. Distributor takes it to the wholesaler or retailer. Ama wanazipeleka. You have the product uenda sivyo kama soda. Then kuna marketing. So article na hizo vitu zote. But sai shida hii ni manufacturer ndio umi.
Just like the farmer.
Ndio umia. Sasa ukisha figure out ku distribute na figure out ku market. Ay man.
Yeah, and I feel like most guys don't think about the business aspect of their craft.
That's pure
like
business,
then they just say
man.
mimi nataka kuomoka,
But
you don't
actually me I realized we are creating to the top, which is the wrong model. Like we keep on creating to be number one. I mean, just create then sell what you've created. Like
what do you mean creating to be number one?
We always creating to be number one. Like me, I create a set, I come and perform. Next week then I create another one. I'm there tena kwa show yenu next napiga tena niaje Nicolas and Jazz napiga na create. Man, it's the wrong model. Like even Kevin Nato they create, then they create. Ndio tumecreate film, tumecreate nini, sell it to the last person before coming back to create.
All right.
Yeah, because now wewe una create wase kitu, tuseme for example issue yako ya hii inakuwa kali ya hapa kwa msituni hapa ya national Widely Coffee and you people have made it, man. You're advertising on Google, man. I saw skip ad, I'm going to watch Burna Boy. Watch your promo.
Kuna ni Titus mbaya sana hizo ma.
I watch your promo before that. I'm like,
Titus you guys.
Huh? So hiyo show nikikam nipige show kali this week. This month. I go create again, I come next month. I go create another next month. See, I'm depending on an important person watching my show or Manu to package the show and sell it, so that you see, so we can do that thing for 10 years if you don't have a plan for making it reach the last audience. The last audience is what, maybe we are doing a show with 500 people, but the audience outside there is ni kama billions and millions of people, sindio? So I've done 10 minutes. What do I do to make sure this show goes to the last person, or this special or this movie goes to the last person, to the market, ifike mpaka kwa shelf?
Yeah, true.
Ndio ni create. So mimi na create najaza tu store manze. Ni kama sai Unilever wa create two blue band but inajaa tu kwa warehouse. Ni aje wase tusha create this week. To create noma weka kwa store. Aturudi to create noma weka kwa store. Haiendi kwa distributor, haiendi kwa seller, ifiki consumer. So now unakaa hivi unapata hata wewe labda uko na jokes mingi kushinda Kevin Hart tangu anze comedy. Wewe like ukishikanisha jokes zako uko na 7 hours mazee. Yeye uko na 7 hours akishikanisha jokes zake. Wasa Kevin Hart labda akishikanisha jokes zake ako tu na 3.5 na amekuwa kwa game for more years than you. Unacheki?
Yeah,
so do you understand ni aje nimecreate show, refine inaitwa reality check. So hii reality check before I do another one lazima ifike kila mahali. Kila mahali. So the biggest task in art is distribution and marketing. Creating has never been a problem. It's a problem, yes, but you can figure out, someone can create for you, man.
Yeah, true.
You see, that's why you have people who sing good but they are not big. Then you ask yourself, okay, like what's the difference between Burna Boy and some artists? Unacheki, yes, okay, last iko sawa, but kuna mwingine tena ameimba ingine nika but unacheki Burna Boy yako daily show yako sijui nini, unaona. Now you see the last mile, the taking that thing to the last hustle,
like there's another chicken
before coming back to create another.
Yeah. Kuna demwene langata the chapos she makes. I've never eaten such a chapo.
Chapos ziko sawa.
Lakini mazee hajui kudistribute it. I just chine up Glovo analianga daily. I'm like, me if I had your skill. Chicken nakwambia bana hata stars ushazimwa.
Sasa what happens? Anapata msee broker anafungua merchandise. Extreme chapatis. Alafu anachukua tu kwake na yana distribute. Unaona? So hii game yetu weka ukijua the reason why we are at the level we are a stand-up comedian is not that we are not doing it right. We are not selling it right.
Not even right at all. We are not selling it right. Think about it.
Yeah. If you can get a mic at Comedy Riot and make that audience laugh paka wanaisha wanatetemeka, kwani shida yako iko wapi? Hata unangoja ati mimi job yangu itakuwa ku-create mpaka siku ile global itani notice. Ni job yako kupeleka hiyo product yako ama art yako ama brand yako globally. Like that's why we have, okay, let's take for example US tuko na rapper wangapi madem? Let's assuming we want to look for rappers that are below 30 that come up every day. Do you know that there might be tens of thousands? But why is it we are just stuck at Cardi B
and Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
Maybe
so you believe that. Like let's go to Nigerian artists, musicians that are 20 years from just 22 and below, 19 to 22. Unajua bro, they are more than 1,000,
if not 100.
But we just know Rema, we just know Ruga, we just know Iras, you see, or Fireboy, watu kama, unaona, because what, they're from a label that understands that when Nani does Ibimbo, this song for Useless Boyfriends, how is it called?
For Ruga ama for
Kakita for Ruga. This is Girlfriend.
Oh, Girlfriend, yeah.
So these people understand that we have a song called Girlfriend. It has to reach everyone before another one comes. So niaje Kenya distribution wapi, weka lipa ads nini, kuna radio presenter niaje, kuna hiki tu, enda media tu hapa, toka hapa, enda Nigeria, enda South Africa, enda Uganda, weka nini, hii song imerich kila, alafu kidogo anakuja na kupiga na nyingine. Sasa ile round alipiga ina make now the audience is waiting for that product. Like you see the Ira when she did Banina Bloody Samaritan, I'm sure you heard that song even before knowing her. Bloody Samaritan, and then she comes and do.
Oh yeah.
Then she did, after that
yeah.
She did Rush. After Samarita has reached like almost
the peak, huh? The peak of the peak.
Then she does Rush, and Rush goes organically to everyone because now
there's proof of concept.
Proof of concept. But sasa model yetu ya Kenya ni you go to studio, do Samaritan, it's dope. Then after it's out, you go back to the studio to do another one. That's dope. Then go back to studio to do another one that's dope. Another so mpaka when.
Yeah, that.
So you'll have 1,000 good songs, but you're still not in an international artist.
Yeah.
So you understand my model of we are always creating to the top instead of creating and selling. Mpaka tuende hiyo top.
You guys, that makes sense, you guys.
Yeah.
You guys ushailala tao, no?
Atao nimelala mara mingi, wala kwa basi ya Kisii. Basi ya Kisii.
You guys unajua umelala basi kwa bus stop Kericho.
Nimelala basi ya Kisii. Nimelala hadi kwa hauza wale mawaka wa nini? Sex workers.
Umelala kwa hao ya sex workers?
Na Utuola, alikuwa anajulikana sana hiyo place.
Hizo mabase zao.
Sasa unajua kuna
time. So wanakupea bed.
Wanakuwa na bed mbili. Kuna place ilikuwa inaitwa iko na jina fulani.
Ilikuwa Luthuli.
Ilikuwa inaitwa Disney ama nini. So iko na mabed hivi. So kuna time wanaendaka wanasimama nje wakingoja wateja, but wanakuwa na two bed fulani partitioned. I think they pay per day or per what. So akipata mteja, so hiyo time ako nje, mko na bed. So mnaomba tu asipate mteja leo. So lakini
so unalala but uko ridho.
So mnalala, mnaweza mpiga hata saa 2, lakini kama Uthuol alikuwa anakubaligi tunatulia hapo, the late Uthuol manze. So anapiga tu hesabu ya kipata mteja hata waamsha, kuna best yake hajapata.
Ataenda kwa hiyo bed nyingine.
Ataenda kwa hiyo nyingine.
What?
So tunalala hapo. Actually I think that day was a blessing day, man. That's the first day in the morning nilishika 40,000 ya kwanza kwa maisha.
Kwa nini?
After umelala kwa
nilikuwa tumefanyanga job fulani, alafu ndio imekawia ile. Hiyo ndio siku nikabuy smartphone ya kwanza kesho yake wazee.
So
hata nitamani kwenda kulala huko tena
as in ulipiga simu asubuhi ukaambiwa hii ndio imeiva.
Ndio tu text
kulala tao.
Kujeni ndio yenyu KNT. Hata sikuenda home kwanza. Silienda tu direct hapo KNT.
Unanipiza kwa perfume.
20 ilikuwa kwa basha, alafu 20 nipewa check.
Cash.
Damn. Ulivuka di fly.
You guys felt nice.
Nilienda direct mpaka pale shop ya Safi ilikuwa pale Moya Avenue. Nikabuy Ideos. Nikabuy Ideos fiti na mem, nikaenda nika kwanza ulikuwa unapatiwa na free data hiyo time. Hiyo free data nika download hapo muziki, nika download song fulani ya Mr Blue. Nilishakanda na nikana nipenda hakuja nende chumba na kaenda nikabaki na mia na ro.
Kuna time
6800.
Ati?
Kuna time msako betrend KNT juu ya kiatu nyuva.
Kwa nini alikuwa na same show?
Kwa Churchill show na KNT like kitambo hiyo 20.
No unajua hiyo story.
Anasoma ana research sana kijana. That's hiyo kiatu iko ni kiatu, niko na kiatu fulani niko naitambua mbaya. Sasa kiatu ilikuwa expert bana, kiatu ilikuwa so tatu bro.
That is funny. Ulikuwa umetandika hiyo kiatu mbaya.
Ilikuwa ikichomwa na jua kikauka, unaimwagia maji so inakuwa wet kidogo.
Ilikuwa ina hard.
So hata kuna time ukitembea kama tuseme Lang'ata kuna hizi mtaro kwa kando. So for some reason unapata kuna mahali maji imeleak. Then kuna maji. Unaimake inakuwa wet kidogo. Because when it's dry it's not entering well, so it has to be wet, you know.
So your 40k, was it the first major check ulikuwa umeget?
I think the first major check I get. Yeah. So
from there it was all the way up. I think Sagodi alikuwa.
No, it was not all the way up.
No, at least it zilianza kukam.
Lakini kidogo tuseme.
Yeah, as in a trickle side.
Hiyo ilikuwa tulikuwa tumefanya ngasho fulani alafu ikaangukia kaenda kwa TV. Inaitwa Kenya Kona.
Oh, I remember Kenya Kona. Kona ilikuwa 40k per what?
Ilikuwa they used to pay well, man. Like Kenya Kona started paying very well when in 2012 they were paying like 10 Gs per
episode,
per appearance, man. And they also paying you for stage, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good check.
So I had like 4 appearances at TV. 40 Gs zilikuwa zimetokea. Kwanza sikuwa nime-air for long. Wase wana airanga tu peke yao. Wana mangado, mimi sija air. So siku moja kumbe studio wakajipata ni mimi nimebaki.
Content wise.
Sasa nikapeperushwa vizuri. Proper. So ilikuwa around January hapo Feb. So after ni kidogo naitwa na jamaa kwa Sedo alikuwa naipanganga. Jamaa by they used to pay well, that given that time the most paying show was like 5 Gs 3 Gs. So nikapatiwa 20 na nikapatiwa
check fulani,
nikapeleka KCB. It's the first check.
Ulikuwa ushafungua account?
That's the first check. Account ilifungwa after form 4 nikifikiria ndeka pesa.
Oh, you guys, you're the vision,
but that's the first money ndeka kwa your account.
Oh, ilikuwa dormant, I'm sure.
Dormant mbaya. Nikaiweka hapo. So nikaenda pale nikabuy simu ya 6k nikabaki na balance. Kaenda nikapiga madha yangu hiyo pesa. Ingilimpatia cut I think 10 Gs alifurahi sana.
Ulipatia 10 Gs?
And like my mom, me from the word Gora ni mektawa ya kwanza ndio patia ngaso 8. So sikuwa nakaa home, so pia sitaki waone niko idol huko nje.
Did you have something to prove?
No, like I do comedy.
No, as in, you know the way you want to show your parents you're making money.
I just wanted them to feel like, you see, I wake up every day, go to Kenya National Theatre, stay there for the entire day, go for auditions at Carnival, and successful sometimes. I'm like, maybe they feel like I'm idling because I tell them I'm acting. I can't even explain to them what is nafanya stand up. Unacheki vile Churchill ukamba, sasa siko kwa Churchill, sionekani, wanajua tu. So nikoja kuambia tu jana tulikuwa na kamradi tukalipwa hivi, lakini pia wasione mimi ni mwizi. Mtoto Churchill kisha kuna time watu walikuwa na dance pale mwisho. So nilikuwa na making sure time naingia mbio na dance, but napata hiyo pale nime dance hiyo siku ndio credit imepita. So credit yana ile ilifunika.
But you guys, when you were Churchill show, you did enough Churchill Rows, you guys.
Yeah,
this guy, we used to call him the king of Churchill Row.
Yeah. For some reason, let's call a spade. Like it was just ni watu kwa sikuwa na get along na watu fulani. So I felt like that's how they would punish me.
You guys, you did. Like when I joined that place, I found you there, and you still stayed there.
So the people that were in charge that time, kina Lunzi, they felt like jamani kama hata tumpanish nikaa tumpendi tumwekage tu raw. Yuko na wake sawa. Kama hii ndio iko available mimi ndaifanya. So kama mtaki kuniweka hiyo main, mimi nitaipiga tu. Si tutapiga mpaka tuue. So every week tuko hapo.
So pia ulikuwa na every week.
Ni sawa. So
at least you used to make that check. You know, main you could there once maybe, and
so it was they were throwing it as a disadvantage because maybe they felt like huyu jamaa kuna vile anakamfiti tukimweka hapa tablo haraka acha au mie huko, but mimi nikaitumia kama advantage nikaisukuma. So it's things that used to happen in such platforms of which I was like, was it necessary for such things to happen? Because sisi tuko wote kwa ground tunaweza saidiana tufanye kazi zingine. So those are kind of some of the politics that one day we'll have to address and tell people, like if you are a stand-up comedian that you are coming up, kuna hizi vitu zu happen.
Siasa.
Kuna siasa mob.
Someone can just not like
you. Kwa hiyo time nikipiga Churchill Row nyinyi mko mnaona labda it's planned. Mimi ndo nataka man. Ilikuwa ni
and was it working on your mind? Did it used to bore you thoroughly?
It used to bother me because now I had to work extra harder because you see maybe the achievement I would have made in 3 months, I had to use 1 year to make it, because you see the audience of Churchill Row on TV, we were told these were like 700,000 people, and main shows like 3 million people, you see. So you see that difference.
Yeah.
So the guy who has on Sunday has a reach of 3 million. So if he does that 10 times, like this 3 million is very strong. Me, if I do that 10 times, I only have 700,000 strong.
And most of these guys are like your peers, huh?
Yeah, it's
as in, most of these guys, they've come to you and you've written for them the jokes.
Even the main show. There's a time
the entire show. About the main show.
There's time the entire show, juu mpaka chini, I will count hiyo ni yangu. It reached a point nikichukua break hiyo show
in a dip.
Unaweza tell siko area hiyo wiki. Yeah. Nilikuwa naweza tell hii wiki by this. Hata mzee, buda, rudi manze. Wiki umetuachilia. So na play effort, juu pia unacheki kama Churchill management pia walikuwa wamenibelieve. Walikuwa wanataka pia niko na opportunities fulani kama za kuwa director, kanikadi creative. There were good opportunities. The Churchill, when he said, okay, you be the creative, write jokes for us and also perform, there were good opportunities. But now the problem was that it came with a lot of fights, because people are like, this guy is just 24 years old, your time got 24, must do 20 what? Anakuja kwa director, analipwa mshahara ya director, analipwa mshahara ya nini. So na receive fight mingi. It made me discover that the only mistake you can do in this country is to be good. Aish, man. If you are good at what you do, chances are high that you'll face a lot of problems, but just know how to play along with the politics.
And then, since we're talking about politics, how was it feeling? Because you are on the meza. Meza is where you'd go and present your jokes. How does it feel when comedians go out there and start saying, this guy used to hate me, alikuwa kwa meza, kwa nanipenda, stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of conversation about that, especially artists who didn't make it on the show.
They're usually there, but I'm yet to find targeted to me. But I've turned a lot of people down, but with reasons, and I used to make sure I give you the reason. And if your jokes are not good, we work on them. So if you don't come back, yes, but I've told you your problem and we've worked on it. But there's some people who are just using the opportunity, they're weaponizing the opportunity. Ni aje ya miskupendi wa ishia. So, yeah, boy uniudhi. Boy ka Tumbili. When Tumbili did deserve all that.
Yeah, Tumbili.
Like Tumbili came every week, but he's trying his best, but
Tumbili never.
Because the person who seated there doesn't like Tumbili.
I don't know how I'm looking for million than
Tumbili. Unaona msia kwa hapo mpendi, so hata ipata platform. Unaona?
It is sad.
Baka Bungoma mimi mwenyewe nikapigia Beri, nikamwambia ni aje Beri. Side yao kijana, huyu boy anadu me I'm watching for him. If something bad happens, ni blame. But wacha Bungoma pigia show. Juu hata hiyo Bungoma mnaenda, amekuwa anapiga show huko every month. Akona show anakuanga. So as for huwa ni blame. So ni Beri akaona okay, Jumi na Beri tumework together pia kwa meza. For my word akaweka Tumbili on stage and he did a very good show.
Yeah, because he had mad experience.
So at Carnival unaona politics ilikuwa pia na
maybe that's what used to hurt guys, the politics more than anything.
We are politicizing these things, and like Churchill has built a platform. Churchill show is a very great show. You can come and perform, and there is a team here that's weaponizing things. Unaona, we are in a point where sometimes unapata msanii alikuwa pua akikuja hapa, ametokea kwa TV kidogo, amebai gari. So una fasadi na watu wanamchukia.
Yeah, true.
Anadu show inaeditiwa vibaya, labda kuna msee anaifanya vitu zake, ama kuna opportunities ya get, unaona. So unapata kuna wase wana weaponize, a few individuals are weaponizing the platform. Yes. So you have to, the same time you are doing good, you are performing well, you have to keep on being a friend of everyone, like unasikia niaje, unasikia mimi Manu, wife yangu anapenda Manu, so lazima Manu nitamweka kwa TV. So unaona, ama wife yangu apendi Manu, so we had such issues there. Hizo vitu okay, wase ongeleangi, but mimi naweza sema sahi tunashukuru Mungu tunaweza ziaddress, unaona? Tunaweza ziaddress, no bad blood there.
Ama you put on the show cause you have a car, so utabeba huyo msee kwa gari yako,
utabeba msee, utampea lift. So unaona, so kuna wase wana weaponize opportunities hapo,
lift.
So kuna wase wazimake so the platform is supposed to be there to create wase na nini, kuna wase wana weaponize. Unaona story ya Tricky. Mimi nakumbuka kuna wase walikuwa against sana Tricky, ati hiyo chokoshi na disgust audience nini. I'm like, ni sawa, mimi nakumbuka ni condition Tricky mpaka time fulani amechujwa paka nikaona kuna space moja kamrudisha niaje kama ichape then Tricky ana do 4-5 shows that thing is working the audience is cheering everyone is a darling for Tricky hey we knew this guy hey Tricky Zani aje manze mlikuwa mmelenga uboy alijifaitia man. Like uboy alijifaitia. Ile position utampatia kidogo nyinyi mnasema ana disgust audience ilikuja ikawaka.
Yeah, true.
Unaona? So hizo ni vitu zingine and that one show made a difference sana kwa life yake hiyo. Hiyo ya mwisho yenye alikuwa ametoka. So unaona huwezi jua. So si mimi hujiambia this is the idea that I use. Tuko kwa platform si wote. Ni yako. Huyu ni director mimi nini? Tusaidiane. Jisiku hilo utafunga hii duka. Ndio tunakuwa huko nje.
True.
Sasa hii duka imefungwa, tuko nje. Siwezi kuaccommodate because I'm not in a position. No, si ati niko na beef na wewe, but I'm not in a position to hire you or to work with you because I'm yet trying to find myself. Yet you are in a position to help me find myself easy.
At that time.
Maybe ungenisaidia nianze kumake do haraka ama nianze kupata opportunities haraka. Sasa hii ungekuwa tunawaka nawe kwa kitu ingi. But uliacha tuhangaike sasa si wote ni maskini nje ndugu yangu.
It didn't make sense.
So the entire industry iko na hiyo story sana. Iko na hiyo story.
I think inakufanya una grow.
Tuko na hiyo mambo ya ni aje wewe ni mfiti juu na safa. Yes wewe ni mfani lakini wewe ni mfiti labda juu una dinga. Unaona? Sasa kidogo unakuja una buy range. Uboy ni mtiaji nini? Usimweke kwa hiyo show, usimweke hapa, unaona? But ni process tu. Pia mimi kwa space yangu nikikuwa better. Kama mimi ni director nitakuja kuget hiyo kitu umeget. Hata wewe ukiget una get new markets na una involve. Unaona?
Yeah. And I feel like treating people well is nice because it's as you have said, it's a symbiotic relationship. So
hata to the artists themselves pia wanafanya hiyo blanda. You've seen in Carnival what used to happen. We spend some times with people huko kwa grao trying to make their content. Someone becomes a star, they hit. Then they're like they have other creatives now.
Yeah, that's true.
They have another team that they meet.
They get another
somewhere
team.
in town at cafe.
And then they only call you when they want you to polish it. No, call in a way that out of benefit. Nikasimu tucheke wewe naweza ongeza nini kwa history.
Unashindwa ni aje? Wewe umeget shughuli umepata 2 mic, umepata 3 mic manze. Mimi nilikuwa nakusaidia ku create bana. Hata usinilipe basi ambia tu wase wenye wamekupatia hiyo shughuli. Mimi niko na creative wangu. Lazima mmweke kwa hesabu.
Yeah, true.
Wale watanipatia unaona? Mimi niko na creative wangu hapa mlipeni do fulani atusaidie kwa hii. Sasa wewe ushapata project sasa unaanza kusema sisi wa professional. Unaona? Unaanza kuget to wase fulani. So unacheki unaanza kuona sasa unaanza kuona boy ukimleta kwa forum ya creative ya corporate. Tuseme KCB wamenipatia job kubwa ya creative. Wakijua mimi ndio mnoma. Na kumbe Manu ndio nijengea. Naona nikileta Manu job imeenda. So kumbe ni simple to me work na Manu si usaidia. Tukeni kwa sembe.
Yeah, true. I guess it's a human nature thing. Like you have to be able to handle power whether you're like a small person. So that when you're big you're also able to handle people fairly. That's what me I think.
And just be keen. If it's someone's kiosk, you have no business weaponizing it. It's not yours, man.
True.
Because that guy can decide that he doesn't need you there, man.
It's
not go outside. And if you lose the an opportunity or a job, then the only way for you to survive is thinking about getting back to that opportunity. Then you are not building right connections. Because that means umechoma mpaka umebaki na place moja.
So you guys, as we're winding up because we've been here for almost 2 hours, laughs and jazz, you guys. What are you gonna do more of those?
Yeah, man. The idea was created in 2018.
You guys, those jazz guys are also serious.
Yeah, but it materialized in 2022, man. It's like 4 years of
2018
incubation.
and then 20.
Yeah, see, I have my phone here. It can show you when laughs and jazz.
Conceptualization.
Even when the first design and everything was done.
Was it the same one?
It's the same, man. Like Buda hizi vitu unachoraga pia mapema. This is 2018. This is Nduati sending.
In 2018?
Yeah. It's in 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah. Like it's two different designs huko. Every time tuko napanga.
So why did you take that all the time?
Just to materialize. Just first of all, other things were ripe kwa line, so tunavyo kuzifanya before hiyo. Alafu unafeel bado ground haiko sawa kuidu nini, bado haiti. Bado sahi hatuwezi do, alafu covid ikakaa tena. 2020 tulikuwa nataka kuishtua kidogo but tukairudisha. But 2022 tukaona ndio ile time imefika, let's try it out and see how it goes. And the idea was to bring comedy with a blend of jazz kidogo, just that kind of elite taste ka comedy kidogo na ka music, and it really worked. Those guys were fire.
Yeah, those guys were fire, man.
Na pia wasanii mlitetemesha.
Iliweza sana.
So we are looking forward to do other editions.
How many times do you want to do it in a year? Once a year?
Maybe once or twice for now. But in future, if it evolves to monthly, well and good.
If it does, eh?
Yeah, it will definitely. It will at some point. There are things that we need to get right P, and your budget wise it can be sustainable. Because if we say now this year it's going monthly, then we have to be sure even if you get an audience or we don't get an audience, the show must go on. Then also see how we can work well with artists, because once beaten twice shy, like wasanii wamegongwa wamekoniwa, lakini so dealing with an artist lazima muelewane sana.
Yeah, true.
Jua intentions zako ni gani.
Yeah.
So you have to be very clear. Manu sikia, so Manu mpango yangu ni hii.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
So such things. Yeah.
Kataa ilikuwa jijo.
Kataa ilikuwa sawa bana. Yani
yule nilikuwa na wewe the previous week, the next week naona uko Kataa, hata uko mention you guys
2 days.
Mimi nisaidiananga na mimi kana mimi vijuwezi tu next week. Next week nachukua ndege kubwa ninaenda kwingine. Ninatoka kwingine ninarudi.
So did you attend any games?
Man, any games or I attended their game. But hey bro, bana.
No,
I went to the same stadium and I was at VIP.
How many?
One game I was there for 2 days. 3 days,
yeah.
Cameroon and Brazil.
Ulikuwa VIP?
VIP, man. It's called Hospitality Lounge, man.
How was it?
Yeah?
Ilikuwaje?
Man. Like if I get money the next World Cup I go. It's in US. I have to go, man. It's a good experience. You know, in my life I've never seen different nationalities under the same roof.
I scare when you in that the stadium.
The closer I've been with different nationalities is Burj Khalifa, because unaona kuna watu ukiangalia wamekuja culture manze football is a religion, bro. Like man, like Qatar was best. Like that experience of wanasema we are 86,000 people here in this stadium, unaifeel.
Yani but bro, VIP and regular. Si regular ndio kuna hiyo energy authentic.
Regular ndio ni uko VIP sasa, unajua stadium.
Regular ni mbali.
Sasa stadium buildiwa hivi sasa.
So VIP na kwa hapo mbele.
Mko close hapo, alafu mko half time mnaendaga kwa lounge kukula yani. Sasa ile watu wana
tunaenda kukojoa. Is the food on the house?
Sasa ile watu wanaenda kukojoa. Mimi naenda kukula.
Sasa sinika so VIP wanuka huko juu kama.
Yeah, the ticket is like 150 Gs plus.
What?
Yeah, VIP you ni regular
like that. Man, that experience for Qatar I wouldn't afford it, man. Mimi siwezi hao. Yani mimi ni wacha nitumie pesa yangu ku. But we were taken by one of our clients that we work for, Odibet, which was very nice because I even understood the concept later, but because if a guy from Mathare anaweza pelekwa I get the same experience. Unajua hiyo kitu ina mean nini? Kama msetu ametolewa umo pale ama Kericho. So tulikuwa waseka lakini wase 50 walikuwa wa Kenya. Wa kawaida wamepata hiyo opportunity. So wamekuja kukalishwa hizo
mambo. So walitoa ka pocket money ya kuspend
unapatiwa pa DM nini, so wase wali have moment poa sana.
That's dope, man. That's dope. You guys think you'll have to come back? Unajua hata sijaingia script yangu ya maswali. Check it home.
Wait,
so I will ask him.
Kwani you had questions?
I didn't have questions.
Ask to 30 seconds.
No,
30 seconds.
I don't think I have any. I'll remember when we have switched off that mini. No, but thanks for coming through, man.
I really appreciate
you guys. You remember I called you and told you
I like
you coming will endorse this podcast.
I really appreciate, man. You know, I'm not doing interviews this year. This is the only interview that I've decided to do.
You guys yesterday called or told for an interview. Akasema Imi didn't do interviews. Not in a bad way.
No, it is in a bad way. It is in a bad way. No, it is in a bad way. Otros come for this interview. I can make sure he comes here. I'll make sure.
No, but thanks for. Nini yo?
Audition and then
Otos ni msemo funny sana hivi. Ulitaka kuchapa hiyo show yake?
Si yeye ndiye alinikuta after story ya kina Lafanjaz kina nani ndio alinikuta kina
alikuwa
kina Mwami. So baadaye wananiambia nianze kuja KNT ujifanye, si tunajua ni mnoma. Kuja tu ujifanye.
It starts wrong, it doesn't go wrong, man.
Ikianza hivi
Kuja ujifanye.
But you guys cheers, my man. Thanks for
we
coming
appreciate, man. Like, let's have these conversations about the industry.
I'll invite you quite a number of times.
Yeah, let's talk about these things.
I love those industry conversations.
We didn't even come and talk about the tour, but let's talk about it when it has started. The industry is big, man. We are learning every day from the mistakes.
Let me ask you a typical question. Kama kuna young msanii mwenye ana watch, what advice would you give for?
Moving, man.
But how do you move? Sasa ngine umesota you guy.
Bana utaji kitu bana. Bro, si tulianza kitu bila bob, tuko natembea kutoka Kariobangi mpaka Carnival.
So keep moving with your.
Sasa unahitaji tu simu, hata kama una simu, unahitaji best tu moja ya kurekodi na upost.
By the way.
Na hiyo siku anaweza kurekodi hata 6. Kama Katelo aliomoka na simu ya Mlamwa.
Ilikuwa simu ya Mlamwa.
Ngoja Mlamwa mrekodi. Kitu mimi nasema gaina nini?
Sema kitu imenipiga kwa roho.
Ndio mseni alinikola asubuhi nikamwambia anze kutembea kutoka Rongai. Atakuwa hapa by saa 8.
Atakuwa hapa saa 8.
Cheki wewe anza kutembea bro.
Alafu tena si guarantee lazima mtu asafa. But tunajiambia ni aje usikuwe na excuse ya kukata kudu kitu juu ya do.
Yeah, true.
There is always an option. Siko na kamkani tuko na penye audition ya ngapi uko 15 uko 12.
Na ilikuwa unakam sijui Tuesday Wednesday Thursday.
Unakam tu juu siku gani itapenya. Hata ujuangi siku gani unatoka kwa Ngori. Lakini hata mimi sasa sijui kana naweza tembea kutoka Kaniadi tao.
Ulize ushaingia show ukiwa ja. Like uko ja.
Hapana, hiyo ndio ilikuwa hata tuko na joking ya njaa ndio unaua. Ujamaa wewe tutakupigia. Like when we are done with this thing in future we'll bring a show called Politics of the Industry. We'll teach you a lot of things.
Itaweza sana.
Like eating was a problem, man.
Cheers you guys. See you on the next one, my brother.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Yeah.